Everybody, thanks for joining us this morning or this afternoon or evening, depending on where you are currently watching the webinar from. We're going to get started in a couple minutes. Just trying to get Thomas, our other presenter, connected. So he's just having some issues connecting. So just bear with me for a couple minutes. But we will get started in a few minutes, so don't worry. So how's everybody doing today? Yeah, so we will be recording today's session and it will be emailed to all of you tomorrow or Monday. So you will get the recording plus a free CELPIP study product. Hey, Thomas, how are you? And good morning to all of you that are joining us this morning. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay, Patrick?
Yep. What about me?
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
All right. So I was just going to let people trickle in for a minute or two and then we can get started.
All right.
Awesome.
I'll just
sorry.
ask you, if you don't mind opening your Google Doc, and I'll ask other people who want to participate to open your Google Doc, just a blank page on your Google Doc, and I'll show you how we'll be using that for today's seminar.
Awesome. So how do they do that? Do they go to like
Go to
doc.com or
go to their Gmail, or they could
okay.
go to their Gmail, and they could see Google Doc there, or just go to Google Doc. That's what I use. I'll explain a little bit later.
Sounds good.
Do you want me to share my screen now?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my file.
Yep. I'll post the link in the chat to access Google Doc. There it is there.
We'll start with the speaking.
Sounds good. So yeah, go to Google Doc and then just open up a blank document.
That's right.
Okay.
You see my screen, okay?
Yes.
I just for those who are listening, I could just finish this at midnight last night. So this is an updated version, and I uploaded onto my website, Easy AI English. And I'll send you the link later on. So this is today's webinar. Let me know, Patrick, when you want to officially have me start.
Sure. We can give it another 30 seconds and then get into it.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So maybe if the people that are already here, if you could just type in the chat which city or country you're currently in. just so we have an idea? Right. So we got India, Nigeria, Philippines, South Korea, Russia. Nice.
Wow.
Very diverse crowd.
International.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Quite a few people in Canada. Awesome. Yeah. Vancouver, GTA. Nice. Yeah.
Wow, Patrick, you're a very popular person to get all these people online today. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah. No, thanks for coming on today. It's good. So we got Nigeria, Hamilton, Toronto. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Hello to Hamilton. That's where I was born. I'm a native Canadian and just moved to Toronto just about a month ago.
How are you liking it?
Oh, it's like night and day. It's amazing. I used to live in Toronto a long time ago when I was single,
Yeah.
and now I'm married with three kids, and it's perfect, especially South Etobicoke is perfect for a young family.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. You have access to everything, I guess, like
Yeah,
parks, grocery
a lot
store.
of trails. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of trails.
Trails.
Right now, I kicked them out of the house, and so they're out bicycle riding with my wife.
Very nice. That's
Okay,
good
so
exercise, bike
it
riding.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we could begin, right?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Thomas Giulioni. Um, Thank you for this opportunity, Patrick, for this webinar. This is I like doing webinars where it's very interactive. So I'm going to call this not a webinar, but a workshop. So I would like people to contribute by interacting and sharing their screen, and it makes for a more lively um, workshop. We're here for 90 minutes. You could contact me or Patrick anytime if you have any questions. Um, and just I'm sharing you my recent ebook. Today's session is on speaking and writing, and I'm going to show you exactly how we use AI to improve your speaking and writing um, scores. So I'm proud to be a network member, and during any of the time any listeners you want to scan any QR codes, that's a QR code to my website. So I'm a CELPIP and TESOL certified instructor, and I'm an AI prompt writing expert. How did I get to become an AI writing prompt expert? Well, over the past year, just through trial and error and YouTube, I've learned how to master using AI. And today I'm going to share with you just a few tips about how we use AI to increase your English proficiency scores and the CELPIP, IELTS, or TOEFL. It doesn't really matter, any English proficiency test. So I'm going to go step by step and teach you how to do that today. So you could purchase this ebook. If you want to scan it, there's a promo code. Just type in Thomas and you'll get 50% off the ebook for $9. So you could scan that, and just for today, you have a promo code Thomas, and you could get half price off both the speaking ebook that I wrote and the writing ebook that goes over exactly how to use AI. I'm sharing with you right now the ebook, so feel free to take any screenshots. So I'm a self-instructor trainer and certified. my company, Easy AI English Academy, I provide tutoring, classes, CELPIP, IELTS, and TOEFL classes, either online or in person. Now, this ebook, this is taken from the CELPIP website. It tells why to take the CELPIP General. CELPIP General evaluates test takers' English listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills, and for residents for applications for immigration, refugees, and citizens of Canada, IRCC. Okay, so just to give you an overview, the level is from shows you the different CELPIP level, and we're trying to get students up into the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hey,
Highly
Tony,
effective. Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I think it's coming out a bit scrunched, like the
Oh, okay.
graphic.
Yeah, I think, yeah. This could be found on the website.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, maybe it could be because of the PowerPoint, but you could find it on the website. The website also has the rubric and how it's scored. I'm just sharing what's on the website, the CELPIP website.
Gotcha.
And okay, and this, it also shows you the path to success and how you do it. So getting started, and there's also a CELPIP preparation checklist on the website. So we're going to talk about the speaking test, and this is a overview of the speaking test. So there's a practice test at the beginning that doesn't count for your score. There's an online test. Later on, I'm going to show you some resources where you can go online and practice. But we're going to do a couple of these and together, and I'll explain a little bit more. Um, so for example, task 1, preparation time is 30 seconds. Speaking time is 90 seconds. Now, how do we use AI to improve our score? Well, we need to practice speaking, and I really recommend a great program to record your voice. It's called Audacity, and anyways, I have a QR code to download that later on. So you just use Audacity or use a Google Doc to transcribe what you're speaking is. Now, right now, AI doesn't use MP3s, recordings to upload. You must give a transcript of your speaking. And the best way to do that is use Google Doc. Okay, so I'm going to show you all how we, my favorite, do you see this Claude AI, Patrick, on my screen?
Do I see which? Sorry.
It's a website. It says, "Good morning, Thomas." You see that?
No, no, I still see
Okay.
the slide.
Okay. I'm going to go to another slide. Okay. Okay. Do you see it now?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about AI. A lot of people don't understand how they use AI. They kind of use, most people, 90% of 80 to 90% of people use the platforms like Google, like, the same way you would talk to Google. But today I'm going to teach you how to write a prompt. A prompt is a specific language that you use to talk to AI. And this applies not just to CELPIP or improving your CELPIP, but for any task where you're using AI. I started off with ChatGPT. I like ChatGPT, and now I went to Claude AI. Now, Claude AI just recently came to Canada, just a few months. It's available in most countries. Some countries might not have it. If you don't get Claude AI, the next best choice for me is ChatGPT. ChatGPT 4.0. Okay, that's the latest version. They're both free. I got the paid subscription because I use this every day. I have the professional plan. Um, I think the Chat GPT is about $20 a month. The Claude is a little bit more expensive. You can see at the top, this is I have the professional plan, which is about $30 a month. Um, I don't know why, but I've been more comfortable and I get better results with Claude AI. But those are the two favorites that I use. You could use the other free ones, like Bing. All of them are free, but I find that when you use the paid version, you get better results. And also, you have limitations on how much you can use on the free version. So I have almost unlimited version with my $30 a month. I use it every day because I tutor every day. So the great thing about Claude AI, and this is kind of new, is you could add content. You can see here, I could add a file. So I could add a screenshot, I could add a file. Why is this good? Because in the CELPIP writing, you have to describe an image, right? And AI sees that image and can describe it for you and give you some uh, some feedback on the image, and you can interact with it. It could give you a model answer and such. If anybody has any questions, Patrick, if you could just keep an eye on the chat, I'm happy to take questions while we go along. In
Sounds good.
case I'm speaking too fast. I know I've been teaching over 20 years, and sometimes a lot of people say I speak too fast, but uh, Patrick and I don't speak too fast. This is what a native speaker sounds like, and sometimes people say slow down, and we just have 90 minutes, so I might be going a little bit too quick. Patrick, are we recording this also? Are you going to be?
Yes, we are currently recording it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I think we can later on share this if we're going a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
But all right. So basically, this is I'm going to show how to use this, and also today, uh, the participants that interact the most, the top three, will be giving out free ebooks, free writing and speaking ebooks. So we're looking forward to your participation and volunteer. We're going to need volunteers. You will get both the speaking ebook and the writing ebook. For those of you who don't participate or are too shy or introverted, you can purchase it with the promo code Thomas on my website. So we're looking for interaction. So let's look at how we would do this. So let's do, we talked about doing the speaking first. So here is task one, giving advice. So John is about to graduate from high school and deciding between going straight to college or working for a few years first and then going to college. Advise him on the advantage and the disadvantage of each decision. Okay, so that's a sample question. What I recommend is if you can, what you do is open up a Google Doc. Okay, so can we get a volunteer now? If you can share your Google Doc, and we could copy and paste this. I'm going to put this in the chat, this question in the chat. Okay.
Oh, there's a comment. The screen still shows the website.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I keep on forgetting to do that. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I keep on forgetting to share the different window. Okay, you see it now?
Yeah, I see the slide now.
Yeah, yeah. Just remind me. When you get my age, you get a little bit uh, frazzled, and so you have to remind me every once in a while. Even though I use Zoom every day, it seems like I'm learning something new. Okay, so I'm going to go to the chat. Okay, going to the chat now, and I copy paste it. Okay, paste the question. There's a question there. You can see it in the chat, everybody.
Yep.
Okay,
I think you put to hosts and panelists, so just select everyone and resend it.
oh, okay, got it. I'll put everybody, everyone. Thanks. It's great that you're here, Patrick. Okay, there.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, there. I see it now. Okay, so that's the question. Okay, how does AI help you with this? So, um, I'm going to go back to AI. We're using Claude. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you how to ask AI to help you with this, and also how to um, copy and paste your transcript. Okay. So you can't just ask AI, hey, help me with this question. Okay. Um, AI is kind of like a baby. You gotta tell them step by step what you want them to do. So the best way to work with AI, you gotta tell AI who they are. Okay, it's kind of like a role play. Okay, so I would start off now. For those of you that don't want to do this, my ebook, you just copy and paste the prompts for all the tasks for the writing and speaking. Just copy and paste it, so you don't need to do this. I've already done this, and it's in my ebook. So in my ebook, you just get these are called prompts. You get the prompt and copy and paste it. Let's say task one, task two, task one writing, task two, and the prompts are there, and you just copy and paste it. I'm just showing you how to write the prompt yourself. It's not difficult, and I'll tell you how to get those results. So you got to tell AI who they are. So you want to say you are a CELPIP expert, CELPIP expert, and I also introduce, and you are an expert. Do you see my screen? Okay. See what I'm typing, Patrick?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You're an expert in writing prompts for the CELPIP test. Okay. There you go. Okay. So what you could do here after this is you could go to the model answers for a specific test on the ProPack. Here is the if you go onto their website, there's a CELPIP Speaking Pro Target 9 study pack. I'm going to share that screen. Okay, this is you could download for free on the website, the CELPIP website, celpip.ca, and it's a study pack for Band 9, and it goes over exactly. And the good thing about this is I'm going to zoom this a little bit. Okay, I think I have to download it. But anyways, it's got the transcript there. You can see task one response transcript. Okay, so this is free. They have free transcripts of model high scoring band 9 and plus transcripts. Everybody see that? Okay. So I use, I would download this. It's called, you could actually Google it if you can't find it on the website. CELPIP Speaking Pro Target 9 Plus Study Pack. So it's for getting a score of 9 plus. Some of you don't need a score of 9 plus. You know, a lower score is fine. But I always tell students, aim for the stars and you might hit the moon, right? So try to go a little bit higher than what you're supposed to get. So what I would do is I think I could copy and paste this, these model answers. You don't have to. You could copy and paste them. Okay. So you can copy and paste. You can see copy and paste, and you could go back to AI, okay, and copy and paste the model answer. So you could say, you could type in, this is an example of a model answer, okay? So let's say we ask the AI for a model answer for this. We can do that. So I'm going to put down this is I want to make sure you see AI. This is an example of task 1 speaking question. Okay. And I would just type that in. Like I said, for those of you who don't want to do this, it's too complicated, my ebook will just help you with the prompt. So, okay. So I just typed, copy and pasted the question, right? Okay. So I want to be polite to AI. I always say please, because you never know, 10 years from now, maybe AI will be coming back to haunt us, and we want to be nice to AI. So I always say please.
There's
I'm being,
sorry to interrupt, Thomas. There's a question
yes.
from Chalice. Do you have ebooks for reading sessions as well?
Not yet. I'm working on those. I just have the speaking and writing. I focus more on speaking and writing for the IELTS, TOEFL, and CELPIP. The reason is I find that those are the lowest scores for anybody doing an English proficiency test, because they're when I'm teaching also, I really focus on the speaking writing, because if you look at any CELPIP scoring, always the active parts of the tests students score low on, and the reading and listening, it's more easier for students to do self-study. But I find that speaking, writing, students are lost. um, they need an instructor to help them boost their score, like myself. But you don't need a native speaker like myself or Patrick to help you with your score. You got AI now that could be your tutor. So I'm working on the reading and listening, but today I'm focusing on the writing and speaking, because a couple of reasons. It's the active part, and a lot of students, are not that confident in their speaking or writing, and tend to get lower scores. So I focus mostly on that to boost your overall score. The reading and listening in the CELPIP.ca website, you could easily do some sample tests and that. So anyways, I hope that answers your question. So now, some questions in the CELPIP speaking, you need to speak 90 minutes. Some of them not 90 minutes, 90 seconds, and some of them 60 seconds. Now, you got to be careful. about that. You want to try to speak the full amount for each task. Okay, so generally, if they're asking you to speak 90 seconds, the transcript of your talk, if you were to write it out or put it on Google Doc of what you speak, it would be about 150 words. That's about an average pace, around 120 to 150 words. Okay. Now for 60 seconds, it'll be about a little under 100 words. Okay. So you would copy and paste your transcript of your voice recording and put it on Google Doc, okay? And copy and paste it. But before we do that, I want AI, I'm being lazy, I want AI to give me a model answer for this question, okay? I would like some volunteers also. If you could put in the chat, who would like to volunteer to answer this question? Again, John is about to graduate from high school and deciding between going straight to college or working for a few years first and then going to college. Advise him on the advantage and disadvantage of each decision. So you must answer both of them, okay? So if we, Patrick, if we get some volunteers for this who would like to answer this question, that'd be great. But in the meantime, I'm going to ask AI to answer this question. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to write the prompt. So number one is you tell AI that you are a CELPIP expert and in writing prompts for the CELPIP test. You want to say this is an example. If you want to teach AI, you could say this is a model answer for this question, and you just copy and paste it. That would get a better response, but it's not necessary. Okay. So now I'm going to ask AI to give me a model answer. So I'm going to say, please provide a model answer. Well, I'm going to say, not model, high scoring CELPIP speaking response to this question and provide, okay, a high scoring, I would say CELPIP speaking response at, let's say 9 to 12 speaking level, to this speaking level, to this question. And provide a table of the rubric for the CELPIP speaking test and why your response to this question. You guys see my typing, right, Patrick?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So like I said, if a lot of you don't want to do this, my ebook, you just copy and paste this. And why your response to this question would be high scoring. Now, you want to teach CELPIP. The AI doesn't really, it knows about, it could find information about CELPIP, but you got to kind of teach it. So this question response requires 90, I said 90 seconds. That's about 150 words. So you want to tell CELPIP, the Claude AI, to limit their response, their model answer. So I'm going to say, limit your response to this question to no more than 100, I say in this 120 words. Okay. Okay. It could be 120 to 150. All right. So that's all you do. You want a model answer. You want a transcript for this. That's all you need to write. Does anybody have any questions? Patrick, do you have a question before I get the results?
Nope, nope, nothing
Oh,
yet.
anybody have any questions? Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, every prompt I write, it's always going to be slightly different. So let's hit return and see the magic. Okay.
That's amazing, eh?
Okay. Okay. It not only gives you, okay, so here's a high scoring self-speaking response to the given question, followed by a rubric table and explanation. So a lot of people see a model answer and they go, oh, that looks nice, but they don't know why it's good, right? They don't know why it's good. So this will explain why that model answer is high scoring. So you can learn how to do the same thing. So here's a high scoring self-speaking response to the given question. John, congratulations on your upcoming graduation. Both options have merit. Going straight to college allows you to maintain academic momentum, really high vocabulary. You see that this is very high scoring. This is probably CELPIP 12, and potentially enter the workforce sooner with a degree. However, working first can provide valuable real world experience. So you can see the response, how AI is talking. It's talking as if it's talking to John. So this is what you need to do also. You need to talk in your response like you're giving advice to John. So that's an example of how you need to talk. Save money and clarify your career goals. It may also make you a more competitive applicant and focus on a student later. On the flip side, so that's idiomatic language is high scoring. Delaying college might make it harder to transition back to academics. You can see the vocabulary is very, very high here. Okay, this is like top level. Now, if you want, you could ask AI to give you a 9 response. This is like a 12, a 9 response. Because maybe you're at a CELPIP 6 or 7, and the CELPIP response at a 12, it might be too complicated for you. You could specifically ask for something a little bit toned down, but this is like a perfect response. Delaying college might make it harder to transition back to academics. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your personal circumstances, financial situation, and career aspirations. Consider your long-term goals, consult with mentors, and choose the path that aligns best with your vision of the future. So here it says the response will likely score 9 to 12 level. I think we'll get a 12 on the speaking test. So it tells you here, the content and coherence, it has fully developed ideas. The vocabulary is precise and sophisticated word choice. The grammar is complex and varied. Pronunciation is clear. Okay. Now, when you copy and paste your transcript on this, on the Google Doc, the transcript would show mispronunciation because it wouldn't type out your response properly. So on your transcript, it will show bad pronunciation. Task fulfillment. Did you fully address all aspects of the task? Did you give the positive negatives? That's part of the task. Did you do what the question asks? So you can see it fully addresses all aspects of the task. Okay, so there you go. That's how you would write a prompt for this task 1 question. Any questions, Patrick, from anybody?
Nope, not so far.
Not so far. So what do you think, Patrick?
Yeah, I think it's great. Yeah, it seems like it fully addressed the question and gives you an idea of what like a level 12 would look like.
To be honest, I think that's a better response than I would give.
Yeah,
uh,
definitely. Oh yeah.
yeah, because I wouldn't use all that vocabulary. That's like, like really ideal. So you can see the Claude AI, I like Claude AI also because it's very humanistic. It gives you like a human component, which is very important. They don't sound, their responses are not so robotic. So I like Claude AI because it's a little bit, tends to be a little bit more humanistic. Okay,
Yes.
or more like a human. Okay, so let's try answering this. Okay, let's post this on maybe.
There was a question here that just came up. Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
CELPIP is daily English. Is this response too academic?
No, just it's not. It's just daily. This response, like I said, is really high. It's like a more in line with a more academic. So that's why I would tone it down a little bit. Um, you could in your that's a good question. In the AI, you could tone it down and ask it to be speak in everyday natural language. So you could do it. You could ask it to tone it down by saying, "Speak in a natural, everyday language." Here, it's more academic. You're right. Um, this would be more for higher level academic, but the response, I would say, is it's almost quasi everyday language. So you're right, it is everyday language. You could say, you could write it in your prompt, talk in layman's terms. I would use that in the prompt. Talk in layman's terms. That means, everyday language. That's something you could tweak in your prompt. So that's a very good question. So I'm going to go to my other screen and my Google Doc. Just 1 second.
And do you need a subscription to access Claude AI, or you can just use it without
Uh,
one?
you could use it without one. It's free.
Okay.
Also, ChatGPT is free.
Okay.
But you're limited probably for a few hours. And you could do it this way. If you don't have a big budget, you could use a little bit of Claude AI. When you run out of time with Claude AI, you get like at least 5 to 6 hours for free per month or per week. I'm not quite sure how much. You could go to ChatGPT
Yeah.
4.0, and you can do the free version there. So I would alternate if you just want to use the free and you don't want to spend any money. I did that for a year. I just bought the subscription. I've been teaching using Claude AI and ChatGPT on the free version for a year, and I thought, wait a second, I've been writing this ebook, so I need more time. So I bought it specifically because for writing this ebook, I used it much more. So you're right. It's completely free. Okay.
Okay, great.
So yeah. So I'm I'm gonna I'm gonna stop sharing this screen,
There was
and I'm gonna
one
go
question
ahead.
here. For task number one, can we share
Yes,
personal examples while giving advice to a friend?
yes, you can. That's
Okay.
that's fine. That's fine. All great questions. Okay, so I'm gonna go share the screen again. I'm trying to find my Google Doc.
They asked to what about using connectors like firstly, secondly, thirdly?
Yeah, that's mostly for the writing. I wouldn't use it so much for the speaking. Um, uh, Generally, the they will give you natural connectors in the response. So generally, don't worry so much about that. A lot of students worry about connectors and all the rest of it, and it sounds robotic. It doesn't sound so natural. But yes, use the connecting um, speech. Use you know, you know, I wouldn't use firstly and secondly. It kind of is more, that's more for writing. Try to use things, simple words like and. Really good keywords in the speaking um, is so. Use so. When you use the word so, it automatically makes you use a complex sentence. So use so or which or who in your speaking and also in your writing. So um, because that forces you to make a complex sentence, which creates a higher score. So those are the magic words for connectors. So, which, who, those kinds of words. So yes, use connectors, but specifically use if. If is great. That creates a conditional clause. If is a great one to get a higher score. So if, so, which, those are really good ones. All right, so I'm going to try to share my Google Doc. Okay. Do you see my Google Doc, Patrick?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So what you want to do is create a Google Doc, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just uh, copy and paste the question here, and now AI doesn't accept yet, doesn't transcribe MP3s or voice recordings. So you got to give it a transcript of your voice. So there's a lot of free programs out there. I like using Google Doc. It's free. I use Google Doc every day to transcribe my voice. So we showed this the last seminar, and so what you need to do is you go to Tools and go to voice typing. Do you see that, Patrick?
Yes.
Okay,
Tools,
go
voice
to
typing.
voice typing. Okay, so this allows you, so go to this. Why we do this is we want to give a response and practice. How you practice speaking is keep on practicing and look at your speaking. Okay, so if we get a volunteer to open their Google Doc and try this voice typing, I'm going to click on it. And you can see here there's a microphone on the left side, and it says click to speak. So I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna allow it to speak. I'm reloading it. Click on it again. Click to speak. I don't know why, but it's giving me an error, but I'll keep on trying it.
Is it because Zoom is using your microphone? Maybe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Zoom is
Okay.
using my microphone. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you're right. That's the reason. Okay, so um, yeah, I gotta change the configuration. So to fix that, I'm gonna get you guys to do this, or Patrick, you can do this. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's because Zoom is using my microphone. So could we get a volunteer to try to answer this in 90 seconds? And Patrick, I'm sorry to say, if we don't get a volunteer, you're it.
So it's to answer the question on the screen, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The same one where AI gave a model answer. You could take a look at the AI model answer to help you. I could share that. Well, no, I won't. everybody's got the question. Do we have any? Remember, the volunteer will get a free speaking and writing ebook, valued at $18 each. That's almost $40 for free. So please, we need volunteer. It's a good chance for you to practice this.
It looks like they're having trouble as well accessing the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sure what we can do. Can they type it out
Let me see another way
or,
to
ma-
do this.
or maybe on their phone they can access it.
Yeah, probably on their phone. Let me
Yeah,
see. Yeah, you could do it on your phone, and you could copy and paste it. So probably on their phone, you could do it.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Google Doc, search for it. It worked for us last time.
Yeah. Yeah, so folks, you'd have to use your phone to access it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. It says turn off any extensions, clear browsing data, improve internet connections. These are different things that you could do to improve it. Okay, anyways, it should work. Okay. But that's basically how you do it. You use the voice typing. I don't know why it's not working today. But anyways, let's look at another way that we can use AI. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go back to another question in the speaking, but that's how you do it. So I'm gonna go to my share another, go back to ebook. Okay, so let's go to another type of question. So that's giving advice. And there, do you see my screen, Patrick?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay. These are the prompts that I wrote. Okay. These are, so this is giving advice. So I wrote this prompt. You just copy and paste that. See, there's a copy and paste symbol there. You just copy and paste that, and AI will give you the response. Okay. So here's another one talking about a personal experience. Talk about a time when you went to a party. Maybe you can talk about a birthday party, who's at the party. So this is talk in everyday language. Speaking time is 60 seconds, so your transcript will be about 90 words. But this is what AI is really good for here. Describing a scene. So what you would do is take a screenshot. Okay. So this one here, describe some things that are happening in this picture as well as you can. The person with whom you're speaking cannot see the picture. Okay. So, so what I would do is I would take a screenshot of this. So how would you get AI to do this? I would take a screenshot of this. Okay. So I just took a screenshot. Okay. And I found out you don't need to even crop the picture. AI could see it. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. I'm gonna go back to AI.
That's amazing that it knows what picture you're referring to.
Yeah, it is.
So you crop like the full screen, or sorry, you screenshot the
I
full
would,
screen.
yeah, I just screenshot all of it. Okay, you
Okay.
don't need to do that, but let's make it, let's zoom it so it doesn't, yeah. I'm gonna just take a screenshot and zoom it a little bit more. I'll take a screenshot. I think I get better results if I zoom it and just to take a screenshot of the, it probably a better result. So I took a screenshot, another screenshot. Okay. So I'm going to go back to AI. Just 1 second. Um, okay, I'm going to go share the screen again. Um, there you go. Okay. So do you see Claude now?
Yes, I see Claude.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to start a new chat. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now here it says add content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that screenshot and upload it. Okay. So I now just uploaded that screenshot. You got that? You see that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's go to the speaking question again. I'm going to go back to the speaking question. Um, Let me get back to the speaking question. So I got it. Okay. This, okay, I'm going to put down, I'm going to copy and paste the question. So I went back to the PDF file, my ebook, and I copy and pasted the question. Okay. So I'm on Claude AI. So, okay. So Patrick, you see that I copy and paste the question?
Yes.
Describe some things that are happening in this picture as well as you can. The person with whom you're speaking cannot see the picture. So I don't want, see, if I just copy and paste that, it's not going to work. It's like asking Google. So you got to give a role to the AI. The AI doesn't know who he is. So he might give 1,000-word response, right? You got to ask it, confine it to the CELPIP criteria. Okay, you understand? Please in
Yep.
the chat if you have any questions, if I'm going too fast. So again, I would start with this. You are an expert in the CELPIP speaking. Okay, I think this was this task 3? Okay, I forget now.
I believe so.
Let me double check. Let me check again. Yeah, it's task 3. I just went blank for a second. Okay, task 3. Speaking. test task 3. Okay. You are an expert in the self-speaking test task 3. Provide a model answer for and provide a table, provide a response why your model answer would score high in the CELPIP rubric or criteria. Okay, rubric is how they score the CELPIP. Okay, this is the question, and attached is the image. Okay, provide. Now, somebody said, you know, is it academic speaking? Provide a response a natural, everyday speaking response to this question. Okay, now it's 60 seconds, right? So I want to say provide. Now 60 seconds is under 100, right? Sample transcript of about 100 words. Because in natural speaking, in 60 seconds, people speak around 100 words or less, okay? Okay, so any questions before I hit return? Is this too complicated or is everybody following me?
Yeah, I'm following okay. Is
Yeah,
it the same
okay.
for everybody else?
Like I said, if you're too lazy to do this, because it takes some skill to write these, because if you just say, give us a CELPIP 3 response for this, it won't give you such a good response, but you got to be a little bit more specific. Um, you got to kind of tell AI who they are. You know, you got to say, you're an expert in CELPIP. You're an expert in writing a prompt for this. You know, you got to tell AI who they are before you give it instructions. And you can see the instructions are just copy and paste the question, uploading the image. Okay, so maybe we can have somebody give a response to this. But basically what you do is there are a lot of programs out there other than Google Doc where you could get a transcript of your speaking, okay? Or you could actually type out, you know, it doesn't take very long. It's only 100 words. You could listen to yourself and type out your transcript. So let's see. I'm going to hit return and see what AI gives me. Okay. So here it gives me a response. Here's a sample response for self-speaking task 3 based on the image provided. So I'm looking at a bustling scene, very high level vocabulary, inside what appears to be a busy train station. What appears to be great descriptive words. Well, they're good collocations. Collocations are groups of words that go together. Okay. There's a big sign that says Central Station above a crowded platform. I can see train. I see a train. Now you can see it's first person. So AI is talking as if you are the person looking at this. With its doors open and people are rushing to get on and off, there's quite a mix of people. Some in business attire, very high vocabulary, others in casual clothes. One woman looks like she's struggling to get on the train with her bags. Looks like, okay, you're not sure, right? Near the platform, that's higher level vocabulary, there are ticket barriers with people going through them. Off to the side, I notice a red balloon floating up near the ceiling, maybe a child let it go. So you could actually make assumptions. Maybe a child let it go. You could make some natural assumptions. You see, AI made a natural assumption like a human would. Okay, you know, we didn't tell AI that there's a balloon and a child let it go. AI is being like a human and assuming that that balloon was let go. There's also a station map on the wall with different colored lines showing various routes. Overall, it's a very lively and chaotic scene, typical of a major city train station during rush hour. Now, it gives you all the criteria, the content coherence, the vocabulary, sentence structure, task fulfillment, speaking fluency, and organization. This sample answer effectively paints a picture to the listener, demonstrating a strong descriptive skills and in scoring well on the speaking test. Again, I would say this is a CELPIP 12, very, very high level. You could limit that and say, give me a CELPIP, 8 to 10 score. Any questions about that? So you can play with that. Patrick, are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah, no questions so far?
So we have a question from Salman. Is it good to use upper left of the picture or bottom right of the picture?
Very good point. It's really good that you could do that. Yes, that's a very good thing. Mention where you see it in the picture, that adds to it. It's not necessary, but that adds to the description. So very good. That's a very good question. You can add that. Very good to say that. It's not 100% necessary to do that. To be a little more specific.
So we
Any other
have
questions?
Taran Preet asked, can you show the answer again?
Sure.
And then May asks, what are the keywords in task 3?
Well, the keywords you could see are the nouns, right? They're describe what you need. When you're looking at an image, you got to look at. Let's look at the image, right? There's the image there. Look at the objects. Those are the keywords. So, you could see this is the train is station platform, right?
Yep.
Look at the nouns. A young woman holding a purse, child, okay? They look like they're rushed, tired, okay? Descriptive. The best keywords also are emotion, okay? I like using words describing emotion. You could see they're anxious. Okay. Why do I like using emotion words? Well, because a lot of IELTS, TOEFL, tutors always give you topic specific vocabulary. Okay, this is the vocabulary for IT, or this is vocabulary for environmental, global warming and all the rest. And students are busy memorizing these words, and when they're in the CELPIP, or the IELTS or TOEFL test, they're too nervous to remember these words. So what I recommend is make a list of 10 or 20 words relating to emotion: anxious, exhausted, tired. Why? Because emotion words apply to almost any speaking topic. Where you're learning a vocabulary list of topic specific vocabulary, let's say topic-specific vocabulary for education or for environmental and everything, you'll forget those words. So if you wanted speed up and improve your vocabulary tomorrow, just learn about 10 or 20 words, keywords describing emotion, because emotion applies to every question, even the writing question, for all IELTS, CELPIP, and TOEFL. So I would recommend learning words related to emotion. So you can see here, they use emotional or collocations, rushing to get on and off. Woman looks like she's struggling. Okay, that's action word. So you're gonna with people going through the left side, notice a red balloon. Okay, chaotic scene. Okay, there's a lot of words relating to emotion. So that's my advice with regards to that. Also, keep in mind that to use so and if. So and if are magic words. Why? In the speaking and writing. Why? Because it forces you to do these conditional clauses. And conditional clauses always score you higher. So remember those two magic words, so and if. Try to use so and if in your speaking and writing to get a higher score. Now, I'm looking at the time. Wow, time's flying. I think maybe we should go to the writing. Is that okay,
Sure.
Patrick, before we
Yeah,
have any other questions?
sure. There's just a couple questions here. Do we have time to answer some of them or
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. Let's see here. So could you explain how we can use AI's response to correct our next speech? What can I do with this response? Not
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. I personally, I wouldn't ask AI too much for a model answer. I would copy and paste your answer, your transcript. Like I said, there's a lot of other programs. I don't know. Today, Google Doc didn't work for us. It worked for our last webinar, but it does work. Try to figure out why. But use your transcript on there. That's going to create more learning for you. But to keep on, most students, they say, you could open up, the CELPIP Pro Pack. You look at the model answer for 2 minutes and you forget about it, and it doesn't help you. What you need to do is put your transcript. Don't ask AI for too many model answers unless you're stuck or I'm just showing you the power of AI in giving you a response. Also, AI will give you a score for your response. So you simply ask, provide a score, a CELPIP score for this transcript. So my answer to that question is, don't overuse and look for a model answer. People look at it for 30 seconds and forget about it and don't learn very much. It's kind of like a tool to compare your answer with the model answer. What is missing? What can I do to improve it? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Another question here. In a situation where you get stuck and you're not sure of the right word, how do you handle that?
Well, what you would do is describe the word. Like a lot, okay, for example, let's say I'm looking at my laptop now, right? And here on a laptop, there's this thing, and I forget what to call this thing, right? Where my desktop, right? I forget what to call it. So I describe it. Okay. Describe that thing if you forget the word, right? So, for example, on the top of your head, uh, let's say you forgot a maple tree, right? So you would say the tree that is popular in Canada that is on the official flag. You know what I mean? For this desktop, I would say the part of the laptop that gives me a display. You understand? Let's say I forgot the word for keyboard, the part of the laptop where I type. Okay. So If you forget a word, describe that word. Okay. Don't get stuck and then just pause and, you know, and don't stop at 30 seconds. Continue talking. The other thing is make it up. You know, if they ask you to describe a friend, make up that friend. Don't think about that friend, because when you make up that friend, it opens up for you to be creative and use other words. Okay. So don't worry about, you know, specific words. If you forget, just describe those words. Okay. So for example, I'm looking at a tripod for a camera right now. It's on my ledge, right? I forget the word tripod. So I would say the lower part of what holds a camera with three legs. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Any quick question? Just one quick question for speaking before we go into writing. Writing is simpler than the speaking because it's just two tasks. So we'll go through that very quickly. No other
Yeah.
questions?
There's just one more. It's like, can we start like this? This is a picture of Central Station, name written above the crowded people. There are about 10 people in this scene, and people are wearing different attires. Is that a good way to?
Yeah, you're repeating the word people a lot. You're not using so and if. You're not using high vocabulary. So you got to look at the criteria. Look at the criteria. Okay. They need um you have to describe it. It says, look, task fulfillment. It directly addressed the task of describing the image to someone who can't see it. So you got to describe it as if to someone who cannot see the image. Okay. You got to put in somebody else's mind what you see. Okay. So it's not just describe it to someone who can't see the image, which is a little bit more trickier. Okay. So, no, you know, you're repeating a lot of words. People, I would say individuals, I would say young lady, older gentlemen, toddlers. Okay. I would use, you know, instead of repeating people, you're not describing what you see to someone who doesn't see it. Okay. Does that answer?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. All right. I'm going to share the screen for the my writing ebook, and Patrick, if you could maybe decide on who contributed the most today. Too bad we weren't able to the Google Doc, but let me get my ebook for writing. Okay, I'm going to share the screen for the writing. Does everybody see that? Writing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through that. So the first part is the same. Okay. Okay, so here, writing an email. You have 27 minutes. You're volunteering at children's charity. You are raising money for children's charity. Your task is to contact local businesses to raise this money. Write an email to a local company in about 150 to 200 words. Your email should do the following things: introduce your charity, explain what it does, explain the activity you're planning, ask for money, and explain how it will be spent. So again, copy and paste that. If you want to be lazy, I wrote a prompt for that. There's the prompt. Okay. So in the prompt, I wrote, read the self-attest when writing question provided, write an email. Okay. And I say, provide an analysis, the sample prompts. Now this prompt, you are to copy and paste your email response. So when you do that, AI will give you a score. Will tell you what are the weak points. Okay. So task 2, okay, you're an expert self-writing evaluator. Okay, this is the task 2. Okay, that's the prompt for task 2. And task 2 is responding to a survey question. Okay, so this is an example. It's 26 minutes. You have 26 minutes to write this out. And in this, it gives you option A and option B. You work in a small company. The company is considering a new health plan. However, it can only use this health plan if everyone on the staff participates. The company has sent out an opinion survey to see what the staff members think about the plan. So there's an old plan and a new plan, and it compares it. Now, what you need to do is copy and paste. You don't need you could do it on a Word doc. Just type it, copy and paste on AI, and say to AI, please give me a score on this response. Okay, so this will help you with it. So here's the writing prompt. You just copy and paste that. Now, in this ebook that I wrote, there are some resources, some resource links that I like to talk about. You could, if you want, and you're listening to this, you could scan this now. It's got the CELPIP comparison chart. This is on the CELPIP website. I really recommend the comparison chart. It compares different responses. It's got, I created a QR code for the CELPIP practice test. So you could do an online practice test. There's a link to this ebook if you'd like to purchase it. And here's a link, a QR link to Claude AI. Okay, so you could scan those now if you like. I'll give you a minute to do that. And in the meantime, while you're scanning that with your phone, Patrick, any other questions?
Just have two here. Can you please show the prompt for task 2? And
Yeah.
can you show how to write task 1 and task 2?
Okay. All right. So I'll go back to that. Okay. Oh, and on this ebook, we have a new app for an immigration lawyer. What you do is if you need an immigration lawyer, just tap it, and you just get a subscription. Instead of paying an immigration lawyer, be careful with some lawyers. They'll charge you $5,000, $10 a retainer. This is something that I promote, that I really recommend. It's an app. You could download it. It's called Legal Shield. There is a video about it. You just tap it and you got an immigration lawyer, a Canadian immigration lawyer right away. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, I'll go back to the question in a minute. And this is the Legal Shield immigration lawyer app. So it gets you in touch with an immigration lawyer. I know a lot of CELPIP students are struggling with immigration issues and don't have the money to pay a retainer. This gives you an app, gives you 24-hour access to an immigration lawyer in Canada, in Toronto. Okay, so anyways, I want to share that. So let's go back to the question. Okay, let's do what I like everybody to do is what I wanted to do is have somebody write this. Okay, we don't have time to do that, but if somebody could write an email or start writing an email, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Okay, I put oh no, that's a previous one, sorry. Okay. Anyways, you copy and paste this question, okay, and you give it to AI. Okay, so you could even take a screenshot of it, and AI will get it. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. I'm gonna show you my Claude AI screen. Okay. So here, somebody, so what you want to do is copy and paste your 150 to 200 words, writing task 1 question. Okay. And okay, so I'm going to type in here, provide hi. Okay, you gotta tell AI what they are. You are an expert in CELPIP writing. Provide high scoring response to this sample question. And provide a table explaining why it would be a high scoring response. Highlight any topic specific, any part of the response that would create a high score. Now if I want, I could say provide a high scoring response. I could say between CELPIP. Let's say you're a 7 level and you want to get to 8 to 10. 8 to 10 score. Okay, so I could define it. I could ask to provide a response that is about 8 to 10 score. So I'm gonna hit return. We didn't have time. I wanted some people to give to write an email, but we don't have time to do that. So here it is. Here's a high scoring response to the CELPIP Task 1 writing question. Dear Sir, Madame, I'm writing on behalf of Green Earth, local environmental chair dedicated to preserving our community's natural space. So here it highlights what is important. Our organized focus on educating the public about environmental issues. Okay. So there is a response. Now, it provided 189 words. That's too much. Okay. But it gave the reasons for that. So I could ask AI, please provide response to the same question in natural language. Of no more, let's say, than 120 words. Okay, so it gave me 189, which is a little bit too long. It's more concise. So there it gave me an email. And the email covers all the criteria. And the criteria are task fulfillment, coherence, cohesion, vocabulary, grammatical range, and aggregate, the tone and style. It maintains a formal professional tone appropriate for business. Now, emails are written either for business or to a friend. So this is a business type email. So the tone is very different. You can't be writing using slang or other language where you would be writing to a friend. So you got to be really careful the tone and style. A lot of students mix that up. It's very, very important that you don't need to use academic language, but either language that how you would talk to a friend. Hey, how's it going? Versus dear sir, right? So anyways, looks like we ran out of time. I'm here to take any questions. Are you still there, Patrick? Or am I talking to myself?
Nope, still here.
Great, great.
Yeah, that was great. So if anyone has any questions, type it in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them.
Okay. In the meantime, Patrick, if you don't mind choosing 3 people, I will send them, give me their email. I will send them 2 free ebooks. Whoever you think asked the best question and interacted today. I was hoping that we had time to copy and paste some sample emails to get a score. So basically what you do is copy paste your email, put it on there, give me a score. But you got to be specific. This is CELPIP task 1. This is CELPIP task 2.
Let me see. Is it okay if I tell you after the call who to send the ebooks to?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I'm just
ahead.
gonna
Yeah, you
go
don't have
through
to.
the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
through the chat
Sure.
after and pick up.
Yeah, you go to the chat after and you
Great.
can see who was asked the best questions. They're very, very good questions. So
Okay.
I'm sending to 3 people. You'll get an ebook for the writing and speaking. I'm going to share again the QR codes. Okay, I'm going to share again the QR codes for the book. Okay, these are the free resources. And to purchase the book, just go to Easy AI English. I'll give you the link. You could scan it. There's the link if you want. Go to the website. It goes directly to my website, and there's a link to purchase.
Awesome.
This is the link to my website. Now, my website has a mind map. So it will give you a mind map a visual mind map to look at too. So take a look at my website, Easy AI English. You could scan that and go there, and you could download the ebook. Again, just for today, you will get 50% off with the promo code Thomas. Thomas, all in caps, Thomas.
Yeah, there was just a comment here from Hong that I think 189 words is fine because the writing word count should be 150 to 200 words.
Oh yes, yeah. Uh, the reason I said 189 is a little bit too much is because you don't want to waste time. You want to focus on not quantity but quality. Okay, so like for example, for the IELTS, you're to write 250 words, and students write 350 words. You're not going to get a better score for writing 350 words. So I would limit it to no more than 160, 170 words. The reason is you're limited in time. You've only got 27 minutes, right? So don't worry about quantity. You're not being scored on quantity, it's quality. So I would be reluctant to write that many words because you're allowed, 150. So I would be going lower to focus on checking and checking your writing, because if you're writing, 189 or 200 words, you're going to be taking more time and the quality of your writing won't be as good. So yes, you're right. 200 words is allowed, but why do that? Why waste your time? Okay. Do you follow?
Yep.
Okay. So it's quality, not quantity.
That's great. And then there was a comment here from May. So it's give me 1 second here. Just disappeared. How do I know the words are complete? Please help. So tone and style are crucial in writing.
No, only in the email writing. Um, only in mostly task one, because the tone is either business or informal. So in the survey task two, uh, you just want to talk layman's terms, okay? So tone is more important in task one because it's either business or everyday language.
Awesome. Any other questions there from the audience?
Okay, so you will find out who you are as a winner. Like I said, if you want to purchase, there's a promo code Thomas. Just go to my website and you'll get information about that. And in the ebook, you also get the links for the immigration app. You just it'll give you a video, explain how the app works. It's a great app. Instead of paying $10,000, $5,000 for a lawyer, you just pay a subscription and you call immigration lawyer anytime, anywhere, any place. It's for Canada and USA lawyers. So you'll get a lawyer from Toronto. You could call them 24 hours a day. You call them 24 hours a day, they'll reply within 24 hours. And they'll find a lawyer in your area to help you with any immigration cases. So it's a great app to help you with that.
That's
Any
great.
other questions?
We got a question from Afsene. Please show the QR code for the Claude one more
Yeah,
time.
okay. Okay, I'm going to show you all the QR codes for Claude AI. The other one is just type in ChatGPT, but use ChatGPT 4.0, 4.0. Oh, 4.0, yeah. Okay. Do you see the links?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Taran Preet asks, can we use firstly, secondly, and thirdly in task 1 and 2 for writing?
It depends. Let's say in task 1, it's either business or general, right? So I would only use it if it's business. We don't talk like that when we're talking to a friend, okay? But in the task 2 writing, yeah, you can use it. I think students overuse it, and I think it's overused. Like I said, you can use those phrases, but they tend to be overused. Don't use them in task 1 email. Try not to use it in your speaking so much. It's overused in the speaking. Again, the most important keywords in the speaking and writing are magic words: if, so, and which and who. So if, so, which, and who. Okay. So and even and creates a complex sentence. But using if and so, try to use it as much as you can in your writing. Be really careful not to write firstly and secondly in emails that are to a friend. Okay. So those are the QR codes for that. This is the video for the legal shield for the immigration lawyer. Okay. And this is for the app. Okay.
Great.
Just check it out. You can see the video. Like I said, a lot of people are not familiar, they're struggling with immigration issues. This is an app that works 24/7, and you don't need to pay any retainer. You just a small monthly subscription of about $35 a month, and you get a lawyer for any immigration issue. You just upload your documents up onto the app, and you'll get some answers from a professional lawyer that specializes in immigration.
That's awesome. Yeah, so May had a question here. Are connectors needed here, I guess, for writing?
Yes. Yeah. Like I said, connectors are very important. Um, you know, there's an acronym that just slipped my mind right now that you can use to remember them. It is, I can't remember the acronym right now, to remind you of those words. For example, nor, um, if, so, such. Yeah. When you're focusing too much on connectors, you don't sound natural. But just try, like I said, to use the main ones, and that will help you. Okay. So don't focus, just focus on being natural and try to speak or write. If you're under length, you're not gonna, if you don't speak the full 60 seconds or 90 seconds, you're going to be penalized. If you don't write, the 150 words, you're going to be penalized. So focus on those things, and use AI. Uh, Copy and paste your email onto AI. Give AI the question. Give your transcript, and AI will tell you how. Actually, you could ask AI, how can I improve my writing? How can I improve my writing? It will give you that information. You could say, you could ask AI, what, give me a study plan to improve my writing. Okay. AI will give you a study plan, and it would tell you specifically how to improve your writing. Okay.
Awesome. All right, any final questions there from the audience before we wrap it up for today?
Now, if somebody wants, you could email me directly. Okay, send me an email. My email's on my website. I will, for each participant, I will do this. I have an offer for everybody. Write me an email, send me a sample email, time yourself, 27 minutes, whatever. Send me an email, or send me a transcript, and I will get AI to score you. And I will also give you my own personal opinion. So this is a free offer to anybody listening. Send me an email. I will give you an evaluation from AI. I will do it myself. I will copy and paste it for you. I will reply. Give me, a day or so. So if you're going to email me today, don't expect it today. Monday or Tuesday, you'll get it back. But send me an email with your sample answer, but don't take an hour to write it. Time yourself, 27, 26 minutes, either task 1, task 2 writing, send it to me, time yourself, and I will give you 2 evaluations, Claude AI evaluation or ChatGPT evaluation, and my own personal evaluation. So I will do that for free, one for each participant today. But give me time to do that because I have other students. And send me an email and I will give you an evaluation. Now, a little bit of a warning. AI does make mistakes, okay? I'm human, I make mistakes too. So Claude AI and ChatGPT are a little bit more generous than I am. I'm a former IELTS examiner. I'm a certified CELPIP instructor, and I'm a little more strict. I'd rather be strict with my students and not give them too much high hope. A lot of instructors say, wow, that's great response, and try to make the student feel great, and then they get really low scores. So I'm a little bit more realistic than AI would be, and a little bit more conservative. So my response is my score for either the writing or speaking will be not as generous as AI. AI tends to be a half a point or 1 point more than what I would give it, but it's within that ballpark. So it's quite accurate, but I never seen AI go past 1 point different than my opinion or the opinion of other instructors. So send me an email, send me your, because we didn't get a chance to do that. You could send me your transcript of your voice recording. Try to do it on Google Doc and send it to me on Google Doc, and I will give you a score, and I will also a personal score, and I also give you um, a score from AI. How's that for an offer, Patrick?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a great offer.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, just wanted to thank you again, Thomas, for stopping by and giving us this great information. We'll definitely do another webinar very soon together. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So just check our Instagram channel for news on when the next webinar is happening. But we should be doing one in a month's time or a month and a half. Yeah, just wanted to wish everybody a great weekend, and don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have additional questions or if you would like Thomas's assistance preparing for the CELPIP test. Um, yeah, and then did you want to say anything, Thomas, about your preparation classes or
Yeah, I also do IELTS and TOEFL, but I like CELPIP because it's easier and it's cheaper. So I promote CELPIP whenever I can, and I'm Canadian too, right? So that's what I like to say. And also feel free just to ask me a question. We could do a quick Zoom call. I could give you, an assessment where you are. I could like it would only take me 5 minutes on a Zoom call to tell you approximately what level you are, and then you could decide whether or not you could use me as a tutor, um, and we could go from there. What I recommend is there's a great tool. It's called Test Glider. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Test Glider, because I love AI. Testglider.com. I promote this tool also. The testglider.com is also on my website. It has a mock test for IELTS and TOEFL. Okay, so you say, well, why am I doing IELTS and TOEFL mock tests? Well, a lot of students are very nervous. It's CELPIP is an online test, and they get very nervous and they get frustrated. And the TOEFL is kind of similar to the CELPIP. It's more challenging than the CELPIP, and so is IELTS. But it's great to go to this website. It's free, and just practice using IELTS and TOEFL, because in the TOEFL, you've got so much time. You got like 30 seconds to speak, which is similar to the CELPIP where you have 60 seconds. So and it also gives you an assessment. It's free. You can find it on my website. I'm actually, Patrick, you might be interested to know, I know the owners, they're in Korea, and I've asked them to create a mock test for CELPIP. And they're considering it. Right now, they're doing TOEFL and IELTS. They're considering doing a mock test for CELPIP.
that's awesome.
We're using AI, and it's going to be exclusive for me for all of Canada, so nobody else can use it. So it takes a lot of development to do it, and they're considering. I talked to them. They're in Korea. I was teaching in Vietnam for 12 years, so I met them at a conference in Vietnam, and I've been in touch with them for the last 2 years. And they developed a great program. It's very accurate. You don't need to write any prompts. The prompts are already into the program. It will give you an assessment on your writing, speaking, reading, and listening. I recommend to use the listening and reading because it's very similar to the CELPIP.
Yeah,
That's
definitely keep us
testglider.com.
posted on that on the mock test.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my website. So Easy AI English. So you could choose either TOEFL or IELTS. Try it. It's free. I like free.
Three's always good. The price is right.
Okay, Patrick. Sir, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity. It's been a great opportunity, a good learning experience for me too. Yo hablo español, so some of you speak Spanish. I could help you in Spanish, but I like to keep everything in English. And looking forward to our next seminar, Patrick.
Likewise, yeah. So hope everybody has a great weekend, and yeah, we're here for you if you need us. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks
And
again, Thomas.
yeah, we'll be sending out an email to 3 winners. Patrick is our judge, and he'll be sending that out after he looks in the chat. And again, please feel free to send me an email with your sample question. I'll just do one writing and one speaking transcript. Okay, I'll just do one. Okay, one free one. Send it to me in an email, and I'll within 24 or 48 hours, I'll give you a reply to that email. Okay, I'll give you my email again here, Thomas at easyaenglish.com. Okay. Send me an email. Patrick, have a good weekend. Don't work
All
too
right.
hard.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I'll try not to. So have a great weekend, and hope you can get out and enjoy the nice weather. Bye, everybody. We'll see you at the next session. Take care.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Ciao.
Thomas.
Ciao.